Prime Minister Justin Trudeau was in Prince George this morning, meeting with fire officials and local politicians at the BC Fire Centre to discuss the ongoing wildfire situation in British Columbia and what the federal government can do to help.
Fires in BC. I'm glad to be here to meet with people, but wishing this wasn't happening. And obviously, the conversations we need to continue to have, federal government, provincial government, municipal governments, and Indigenous leadership together to make sure that we learn how to protect people, how to protect livelihoods, and how we adjust to what is unfortunately a new reality of more extreme weather events across the province, across the country, and around the world.
So what did you hear from the wildfire officials today?
Basically talking about how this season has been long, scattered, many fires in different places. It's been something that we've learned and improved on some of the challenges in terms of Indigenous, provincial, federal working together last year. There were some highlights that, lowlights that showed need to continue to work together. There's been significant improvements. There's lots more to do as well, but we can really feel that people have pulled together and are doing everything they can, not just to work in the moments, but to think about the future as well.
Is now the time to perhaps consider a federal response to forest fires all across Canada?
Well, the provincial firefighting, wildfire authorities, particularly here in BC, are extraordinarily capable, extraordinarily good at their job. The federal government is always there to support when necessary. Often that's not necessary. It only becomes necessary at a certain point. There's always more that we should be looking at better integration, better allocation of resources, better coordination to make sure that what is needed is there at a given moment. People don't really care whether it's federal help or municipal help or provincial help. They just want to see the help at the right time, the right way, and that's where really important conversations about how we're doing this best and how we're learning are ongoing.
What do you have to say to the residents who have been evacuated, some who have lost their homes?
Obviously, our heart goes out to them. What Canadians do is we stick up for each other in times of difficulty, and I know the outpouring of support last year, again this year, and the fact that we are all heartbroken at the extraordinarily difficult situation people are going through. I mean, people have lived in these communities for generations, for millennia. In the case of Indigenous communities, and there's a deep attachment, and watching your entire livelihood and perhaps your kid's future going up in smoke is an extraordinarily difficult thing, and that's where it really is important that we be sharing the message that we're there to look out for each other, and we will figure out how to move forward, how to rebuild, how to build a strong future for everyone in BC.
Some First in British Columbia are feeling isolated and ignored by the federal government. It is the federal government's responsibility to fund them to be able to prepare and fight wildfires. Will you commit to giving First Nations more money to fight these wildfires?
You fight fires with equipment, you fight fires with personnel. That's the work that we're doing right now. I've had some great conversations with Chief Teegee, with Chief Johns, ongoing. Had a lot of important conversations last year in Williams Lake as well that set us on a better path to understand the gaps. Municipalities get resources from the provinces, but when the neighboring Indigenous community turns to the province, well, we need resources. Well, no, you're a federal responsibility. We have to clear up those lines of flowing resources and ensuring that people get what they need, regardless of whether they're in an Indigenous community or a non-Indigenous community. We need to make sure people are safe and that homes and livelihoods are protected. That's something that we are very much working on, and we will continue to. We've made significant improvements, but as you point out, there's still lots more to do.
Thank you very much.